Soul Simmers, my name is Darth Jeswick and welcome back to my channel. I am behind the mic again today for this video, so let's get right into it, shall we? So this house is in Oasis Springs on the Pebble Burrow lot. It's a 30 by 20 lot, and this is going to be my next Legacy Challenge house. I was going to stick with a tiny home for the entirety of this legacy, but I did decide that I wanted to have the grandparents involved with being able to raise the kids, so it's a little bit easier when you have a larger house like this, as far as like some routing issues that I was having in the old house. And plus we have a lot of money now, so we don't have to be in like a starter home anymore. And surprisingly, we were able to keep this under Cherry's budget for how much she has in simoleons back at their old house. So that's a really nice budget house. It's very large and it's not that expensive. So if you want your Sims to move in here, by all means. I want to say that Cherry has around 66,000 simoleons saved up just from her book royalties, but we also have the money that I used to build the house that they're currently living in. So that's around like 18 or 19,000 simoleons. So we'll still have some money left over, and it's still relatively affordable house, so we can still add to it. I did leave like a bunch of blank space on the walls. We do have some pictures and stuff that I want to bring from our old house. I'm also going to bring along their computers, so I don't have to re-buy computers. It just makes sense to me. So I don't actually put computers in here. So if you do download this build, you'll have to add a computer or buy one. So this house is going to be for Belgian. She wears a lot of purple, so I figured it would be nice to have everything be, you know, colored to her preferences. And I even matched the tile backsplash in the kitchen with the ones in the bathroom, and then I kind of used the backsplash as a color palette, kind of setting up the living room a little bit here. I've got these two Dream Home Decorator couches that have these nice little pillows on them. I ended up swapping them out with the sectional couch from Dream Home Decorator, just so that I could make a larger seating space. I do like the way that the sectional looks in here because it looks like it belongs in here. Like those two couches just wasn't filling up enough of the space, you know? Whereas with this sectional, I can kind of take up a lot more space and still have it look very nice and seamless. I was kind of worried about where this coffee table is, but it's still like over a half a tile, so they should be able to walk through it without any issues. And if they can't, they'll just walk around it and through the living room in order to get through the dining room or through the kitchen. I'm going to use some platforms here to create like a fake front porch and then also a fake entryway where your Sims have to actually step down into the living room or the dining room just to separate the space a little bit more and give it a little bit more interest. And then I chose a stone flooring for the platformed area just because I like it a lot. I like the way that the new tile looks, especially with this swatch because they just recently added a bunch of new swatches of these stone tiles from the base game, and that's probably one of my favorite ones. This like light tan tile. And then I'm going to use some of these pillows from the Modern Luxe kit to kind of bring in that tile color into the living room. I also put up these two matching paintings from the Dream Home Decorator pack. I like these paintings a lot because they're kind of like sunset-y vibes, and I really love sunsets. This first room here is going to be Cherry's room. It's kind of a weird setup because she does have like a platform step into her room because of the platform that's in the entryway. I'm giving her the same bed that she has currently. I feel like that's pretty realistic. You would probably take your bed frame and your bed when you move. I can't exactly remember, but I'm pretty sure this is the same swatch of chair and desk that she has from her old house. I didn't even go back and look. I probably should have. I honestly didn't even go back and look, although I probably should have because then it would be, you know, exact. But if it's not the same color, we'll just change it when we get there. I also added a Growing Together nightstand and a lamp from high school years for her. So this room is already an upgrade to what she has at the house that they're currently living in because she doesn't even have a nightstand. Again, I really didn't put much decorations up on the walls. I want to save that for when I bring everything over from the old house. Like I said, I do plan on bringing over some of the pictures and stuff from our old house, so we'll put those up when we move. I don't think I've ever used these side tables or these lamps anywhere in my builds, so I'm going to use them now. I really like the square lamps though because they are quite cool looking. So I'm going to use that in Belgian's room, and then I also have the same bed that she has now, only in a double bed instead of the bunk bed that she currently has, which is the same color, I'm pretty sure, just a bunk bed. I'll give a couple of clutter items here on the nightstand, some magazines and her water bottle, as well as some glasses and a little plant. And eventually I'll make sure that she has a closet. It's just going to take a lot of creative rearranging for me to get the nursery to work. So I ended up giving her the walk-in wardrobe from Get Together. I really don't use that closet very often, but your Sims can woohoo in it, and I don't think I've used it since I had my 100 baby challenge. Which, if you didn't know, my 100 baby challenge save file got corrupted and I lost all my data at like 27 or 28 babies. And I honestly don't even think I'm going to restart because the 100 baby challenge is excruciating. Especially with infants. Like when it was toddlers, it wasn't so bad because toddlers can pretty much take care of themselves, but infants make your game so glitchy. And the adults just don't want to do anything because they're trying to constantly go pick up the baby or take care of it in some way. And it's like, no, I didn't tell you to do that, so please stop. Stop breaking my game. But speaking of infants, we are on to our infant room or newborn room. I just put some infant furniture in here because we'll get a bassinet when the baby's born for free. And they're only newborns in game for like a couple of days anyway, so I don't really see the point in buying a bassinet. I'm going to give us a few decorations here, and then I'm also going to add this little stuffed animal toy or stuffed monster toy from the kids stuff pack, and next to our big pud stuffy. I'm going to add this little coat rack in our entryway next to our umbrella stand, and with the umbrellas you can actually like go in and click on it in live mode and have your sim change what color their umbrella is, which is really cool. For the sake of time, I am going to skip over the bathrooms for now, but they are mostly the same. But here is a quick zoom of the bathrooms though. I just put a bunch of like clutter items to make it look like a lived-in bathroom. Use the shower from Parenthood as well as like the toilet from Snowy Escape. But I really think I want to have Belgian complete the spa day aspiration where she becomes a yoga instructor. So I'm going to give her a few yoga mats and the instructor's yoga mat so that she can actually like teach people at some point. And for this, I have to make sure that all 4 of the other mats are inside the green space for the instructor yoga mat. So I'm kind of like adjusting and double checking to make sure that it's still in there or else it won't work right. I really wanted to use these chairs from the City Living expansion pack, but they don't slot to any table or anything like that, even though they look like patio chairs. So unfortunately, I just kind of deleted them and replaced them with some lounge chairs. I remember like pictures of my mom's parents' house from like forever ago. They had chairs out on their deck that were like this, only in like white. But oh well. I'm also going to add a pool so she can get her fitness skills up. I want Belgian to be like a fitness guru girly. Like she's going to promote her classes on Simstagram so that more people try to join her class. I think it's going to be really fun. I love Belgian as a sim. I think it's going to be a really fun generation to play with her and see what happens. And I also have some fun things planned for Cherry and Bob and Eliza. I might even do a small check-in episode where I just go over to the Pancakes house and see what's going on. In the last episode, we saw that Eliza called us and asked pregnant and try for a baby. So I want to go over there and see if that actually did happen, if she's pregnant or not. So stay tuned. I want to do that probably this Wednesday. And I also want to get another Crystal Creations episode out at some point. I know a few of you have been loving that. I really love a Crystal Creations stuff pack. It's a great pack. Like, honestly, besides like the Home Chef Hustle stuff pack, the Crystal Creations one is one of the ones that I would recommend the most because the gameplay with it is great, despite the problems that I was personally having as far as like the crystals not spawning into the world. And I feel like they could fix that pretty easily. They just probably haven't yet. They haven't been able to figure it out, I guess. I don't know. I really don't keep up with like Sims Twitter, but I see a lot of people talking about it on like TikTok. So we'll see what happens there. For the landscaping, I just kept it really simple. We've got some aloe vera plants and some cactuses, a few rocks here and there. And I also put some palm trees like in the backyard to give us a little bit of shade. And then I'm adding a few rocks here and there in the desert shade so it looks like the surrounding rocks. And these are from Growing Together, these like little bamboo planter boxes. I'm going to put those by the front door to give us a little bit of privacy in the front of the windows. And then I'm going to go through and add all of our decorations. I gave Belgian a purple chair. She should have the same one from her old house, so it's like the same like light purple color. But that is all I have for today's speed build. We should be getting to the tour in just a few moments, but if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button because it really helps out. I upload a couple videos a week, so subscribe and hit the bell button to get a notification every time I post a new video. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you all in the next video. Dag dag!